My name's Corey. This is 98.7 WMZQ. Backstage, it is a gorgeous day for a concert. Nice breeze, Rascal Flats. Before Rascal, we got Morgan Evans opening, then Jordan Davis. Jordan, thanks for taking the time.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. You got to love days like this. Nice breeze, right?
Dude, it feels amazing. We got in some golf this morning. Me and some of the guys went and worked out, and, man, it's just been a perfect day so far. I think it's going to be an awesome night.
So let me ask you, when it comes to golf, are you guys competitive as far as making any bets, placing any kinds of bets?
Yeah, dude, I'm down $100 already.
Are you really?
Yeah, I lost $40 yesterday. I lost $60 today.
I hope you're not telling your wife about this.
No, she knows. She knows I'm a bad bettor. It's that time of year, man. It's football season. Like, I'm a huge sports bettor.
Now, do you have a favorite team you place your bets on, or do you just kind of go for the matchups?
Yeah, well, I'm an LSU fan, so I went to LSU.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, who are you a fan of?
Well, I'm from St. Louis. I'm a Missouri fan.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah, you're sorry for me. Goodness.
True.
No, man, so I pull for LSU, but I try not to bet LSU.
Yeah, you don't want to jinx them, right?
Yeah. And I'll end up just like, I'll bet with my heart, and I just lose a bunch of money.
Do you do fantasy drafts?
Yeah.
Do you do them with other country artists, your friends? Like, who's in these leagues of yours?
We're doing right now. It's just with my band and crew.
Okay.
So we got our draft tomorrow. So we'll see who. This is the first year we've done the fantasy league within the band, though. So
this could be pretty intense with y'all.
Man, it's gonna be serious.
So who's your number one pick?
To be honest with you, I have the third pick, but if I did have the number one pick, I would take Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, because
I think he's going to have a huge bounce back year.
I have a draft tomorrow, too, so I have not looked, so I'm just trying to get some tips here.
I would say, there's probably not one site that says take Aaron Rodgers number one, but I think Saquon Barkley's up there pretty high.
Yep.
I think Antonio Brown's up there pretty high, but, I don't know, Rodgers is just he's pretty solid, so I would go with him.
Now that we got the sports out of the way, let's talk about music here.
Turn this thing to a sports show.
So you got your single out, Slow Dance in the Parking Lot.
Yeah.
And I know that you did do the dance in a parking lot with your wife because you knew people were going to ask you that question, right?
Yeah. I did. I had to go. It was after the song, though. It was after it came out.
Okay. So a little bit of cheating there.
Yeah. Well, I just knew. I was like, if I'm going to put this out as a single, I know I'm going to get that question, so we had to go do it. But yeah, it's actually my co-writer. That was actually him and his wife's first date story. So
that is so cool. So
yeah,
there's a reference to Garth Brooks in there, his song. So that's what you did it to. What parking lot was it? Did you just randomly drive around until you found a particular parking lot? Did you know you wanted to go to a certain one, or
no? We had to go to a Walmart one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So luckily we bus call at a Walmart parking lot. So one night we were just I was like, hey babe, I think we need to just go ahead and. I don't feel like lying to a bunch of people saying I'll slow dance in a parking lot with you. So we just kind of knocked it out right there. It was easy. Bus call, knock out the slow dance in a parking lot.
Did you record it? Video proof?
No, I probably should, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might need to recreate that.
I know. Yeah. I probably should. Yeah.
Now, your wife's a lawyer, correct?
Yep.
Do you ever have any situations that you can recall where you went to her for legal advice? You're like, hon, I don't know.
I did. So she's an M&A lawyer.
Okay.
So she's super smart, and I've brought her some legal stuff, dealing with music, but she said it's just a totally different world. So she's she doesn't feel comfortable working on it. She doesn't feel comfortable reading contracts.
Yep.
So she passes that off to my attorney that deals with that.
Makes sense. So I'm backstage, Jordan Davis opening up for Rascal Flats. So let me ask you now, you toured with Jake Owen last year. You were on tour with Old Dominion earlier this year, going back with them later.
Yeah.
I know you got this really cool golf cart from Jake Owen.
Yeah.
Do you still use it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I just actually posted a story that I probably shouldn't have posted, but I went to Florida with my brother and my nieces, and I brought my golf cart down there that Jake got me. And we took it to this bar down there called Bud and Alley's, and I probably shouldn't have driven it back.
It's still working, though, right?
It's still working.
Okay.
It's still working, but I dipped off into some tequila, and I had to stay off the roads. I had to go home off the beach. So, But yeah, it's still running.
That's a pretty sweet gift. So with that said, I mean, because I'll be catching up with the guys later, is there something you want me to tell the guys from Rascal Flatts to get you when the tour's done?
Oh, no, man.
What would be on your wish list right now for them or anybody to get you?
Oh God, I mean, to be honest with you, I always feel bad about like tour gifts. Like
It's awkward.
It's awkward because like, to be honest with you, the gift of, and I know this sounds so cheesy, but like being able to come out and tour Rascal Flatts, like, dude, I am such a huge fan of those guys, and have like every night before I go on stage, I go back. Like I went and saw them in, I think it was 2010, 2011 in Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
Oh wow, okay.
And so like I was just there as a fan, and and I always say, like, if you were to tell me, like, hey man, in 9 years, 8-9 years, you're going to be on tour with those guys, you're going to be opening up for them, direct support.
Yep.
I'd have been like, dude, you're crazy, man. Like, so yeah, man, I'm not expecting anything from them, like, other than dude, it's enough them bringing me out and let me play for their crowds. I mean, I'm playing for 20,000 people tonight, man. Like,
that's got to be mind-boggling.
Dude, it's crazy. And so just very grateful for those dudes.
Last question, I know you got to get going. What is the biggest difference and maybe thing you've learned from being on tour with Rascal Flatts? You've seen how they've done something, and when you headline your own massive tour for 20,000 people, that you'll take along with you.
Man, there's a laundry list of stuff. Me and the band talk about this all the time. You take anybody that does something for 20 years at that level, I mean, dude, it's like they're just, you start talking about bands like U2, and when you're in a realm or in a, like, that's special, man.
Yep.
Like, so for them to be able to do this as long as they've done it at such a high level, and to be able to kind of reinvent themselves, like, to be relevant for that long. I mean, that's where I think, like, you start talking about Petty and stuff like that, man. And like that's a realm that everybody dreams to be in. And so, like, yeah, man, like, the way they engage with the crowd's amazing. Their show production wise is unreal. The way they involve Joe Don and Jay, Gary does such a great job of bringing everybody in. I mean, dude, there's so much stuff I've learned from just the few shows I've been out with them so far.
Just keep that laundry list going, right? Adding stuff,
man.
so you don't forget yourself.
I know, man. It's definitely something that, I mean, we try to milk every opportunity we can. We toured, like you said, Jake and OD, and there's some great guys and great artists. So we've learned a lot.
Well, Jordan, appreciate you taking the time. Really looking forward to the show tonight. Great weather again. So if you're coming to Jiffy Lube Live, get here early. You don't want to miss a single song.
Yeah, man. Come on, y'all.